The Spanish-American War began with a sudden tragedy. On February 15, 1898, the battleship USS Maine exploded in Havana Harbor, killing 266 American sailors. The cause of the explosion was never fully proven. Even to this day, there are theories, but no definitive conclusion can be made. But newspapers across the country rallied Americans with the cry, "Remember the Maine." Public pressure grew, and by April 25, 1898, President William McKinley declared war on Spain. One of the most famous units raised during the conflict was the 1st United States Volunteer Cavalry, better known as the Rough Riders. Led by Colonel Leonard Wood and Lieutenant Colonel Theodore Roosevelt, the regiment brought together a unique mix of cowboys, ranchers, Native Americans, lawmen, athletes, and college graduates. They sailed from Tampa on June 14th. Roosevelt compared the hold of the Yucatan to the Black Hole of Calcutta. Rough seas emptied many a stomach. Because there weren't enough transport ships for the men and their horses, most of the Rough Riders became dismounted cavalry, fighting on foot in Cuba. Lieutenant Colonel Theodore Roosevelt had his horse, Little Texas, along with the second mount, Rain in the Face, who drowned since the ships couldn't dock at Daiquiri, 14 miles east of Santiago de Cuba. Their first taste of combat came at Las Guasimas on June 24, 1898. During the battle, Captain Alan K. Capron became the first American officer killed in the war. The decisive moment arrived on July 1, 1898, at San Juan Heights. Lieutenant John H. Parker's Gatling guns near El Pozo provided crucial support, marking the first effective use of automatic weapons in direct infantry support as the Rough Riders, alongside the Buffalo Soldiers of the 9th and 10th Cavalry, whose courage and discipline were critical to the success of the attack, advanced on Kettle Hill. Roosevelt led the charge on horseback until forced to dismount and continue on foot. The Rough Riders with the 1st, 3rd, 9th, and 10th Cavalry stormed Kettle Hill and drove the Spanish defenders from their positions and pressed on to San Juan Hill. Contrary to popular myth, Roosevelt was not first to reach the summit. His leadership and visibility made him the most famous participant in the battle. The Buffalo Soldiers and regular infantry had already advanced before Roosevelt arrived. The Rough Riders suffered heavy losses, but their bravery became legendary. By August, Spain sought peace. Hostilities ended with the armistice of August 12, 1898, and the war ended with the Treaty of Paris, signed on December 10, 1898. The Rough Riders' brief service in Cuba remains one of the most celebrated chapters in American military history.